Hello, adventurers. My name is Byron, and welcome to the Gaming Cineflix. This is Doki Doki Literature Club, and we are in it deep at this point in time. Uh, let's get into it, shall we? Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room is the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Byron. Ah, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me, or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Uh, Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I... I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think that we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I've already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you didn't really mean it. Ha, Byron, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me feel a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a bit brighter with you around, and ah, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? Ah, no, I haven't. Kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. How stupid can... I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Um, Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things that I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. So, this isn't about a suicide, I think. This is a murder. Like, she didn't kill herself the other day. I think this was, like, judging by everything that I've read, all of the stuff that I've poured through in there, somebody killed her. Somebody killed Sayuri. And we need to do our best to save her. That is our job, that is our mission. She is talking to us. She's trying to find us. She's trying to get out of purgatory. She's a ghost in the system and we need to bring her back. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But, and that black text is almost like they are being manipulated. They are being controlled by whatever omnipotent force it is that killed Sayuri. I'll accept your apology anyway, if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, It's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid of you secretly hating me or something. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry. I'm super sorry. Yeah, you. You had important, omnipotent stuff to do, didn't you? Important murdery things. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Haha, there you are, messing with my codes. Doing the crazies. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. Ah, I was not. What took you so long anyway? Ah. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, kinda lost track of time. Yeah. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard a bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing the piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music well, Monica. Ah, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. Ah, that's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Still got my eye on you, Monica. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Byron. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much lately. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up what the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off to the closet. Byron, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend time together today. I mean, in the club. Ah, I suppose so. I didn't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. So, it's okay, right? Ah, in that case, I don't see any problem. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. Ha! Being a little forceful, aren't I? Sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try and calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls out a copy of the book out of her bag. What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But, anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. I didn't think this game was going to make me chuckle. Not again. Not after all the crap that's been going on, but it did. That's kinda dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Byron? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, but don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not because somebody wants to be evil, but it's because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Hang on. But it's because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then, suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. I forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means that you're passionate about reading. What's up, Ed? Welcome to the party. We could use your skills right now. Let's do this. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. Ed's got you. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. Quickly, I retrieved the book and put it into my bag. Alright. Is it fine if I sit here? Fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company of somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if you can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... Bathing in the what? Bathing in the what? What were you bathing in? Here, you don't really need to apologize. You really apologize a lot, don't you? You don't really need to. It's okay, it's okay. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up to Yuri's, and I hold my book out more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each learn a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she sits in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go on the page, tucking it flutter over her letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Ah? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far. So, you don't know what came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a bit fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Yeah, don't push yourself. We got through that entire scene without anything crazy happening. That's strange. That was a new scene for us. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Byron. Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Ah, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing really alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Monica. Hi again, Byron. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Byron. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha, it's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yeah, I am aware. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes, I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like a bad thing, though. But sometimes you get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? No, not really. Well, we've all started sharing poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Yes, I do. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, blue, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating, ticking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage, endless cacophony of meaningless. Delete her. Monica. Save me. Delete her. Is this game literally telling me to delete Monica? I've got her saved. Like, I could potentially do that. Like, wow, okay. Like, I was expecting that from this poem. Something interesting. I was expecting something crazy from this. Here we go. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. Did that do anything? I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica's going back. Anything new? I don't see it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start with Natsuki. Huh. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true. I wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. Fair enough. You're still new at this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find your influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. Help me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me, spiders, so her hands were probably gross. Yeah, this is the same as the spider lover one. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that it was the best I could do. Of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes something that you're afraid people will find out about and make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what somebody likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? And it makes them happy. I think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my own place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez. Now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing now, so you can leave. Yuri! I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Byron, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kinds of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job at explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's amazing to feel that I am valued, Byron. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Byron? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed, but right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning on an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky. 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, ex- exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every 1 second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Interesting. Aha. It it doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your so I had so I had to take it out on your pen. Ah. That is, a pin fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping. Where'd the music go? Like, is that a thing that's happening right now? Just lack of music? Did I mess up the audio somehow? Probably did. I am. I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What? Did I just Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though. Yes. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent time together, and then she liked him even more. One day the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. All those bad feelings that she was feeling, like, I have a feeling that it was somebody messing with her code, like her character's code. Like, you know what I mean? Just by what this is going on. Like, before a disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. That's what the thorns were when she was talking about it before. The thorns that when I told her that I loved her. Like, I mean, it could very well just be her depression, but still, I still see this as a murder. This is not like, I see this as a murder that we need to get to the bottom of. Isn't that right, Ed? Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something to go over today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively since Byron joined, and I've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members, anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves, like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Byron? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Byron to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Byron joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Byron isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like it is. You know, I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Byron want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean we're here, we're against getting new members or anything. Byron, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice to not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of this anyway? What if starting a club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want this place to feel like it's nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Byron. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts putting up her things. I'm going home. Feels like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion about the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, why? I like I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy to see that you're here. But still, I am the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Holy crap. I probably would. Shut up, Yuri. Oh, God. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Byron? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone for a while? So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival... It is doing something! Oh, gosh! She's crying blood. I was reading so intently, I saw like the flickers out of like the corner of my eye, but wow, there's blood coming out of her eye. She actually did get her eye poked. Oh no. Then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Maybe we can talk about Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel you deserve to know that you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Byron? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a bit with Byron before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, too. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic today, haven't they? Byron, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Ah, sometimes I feel like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean. I've got my eye on you, Monica. You. You're the one fighting me in the code. But it's weird, because all this time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically just been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There's just some things that I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet! No! I'm gonna end this one right here. But wow, that was definitely interesting. Like, just because of that, I don't think that Monica is the one that's fighting me. Like, I feel like I'm fighting an entity, a force, and I think that force now is the game itself. And it just cut her off because I think she remembers, I think she knows what happened in the other world. The first world that we were at, I think she retained some of those memories and she was going to try to talk to me about it. And the game told her basically no. That wasn't a thing that she was allowed to do. So, wow. This game is definitely interesting. It's definitely a crazy experience. Take care, thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever time it is that you're currently experiencing right now.